Good morning and welcome to Morning with Beck. Mug, not broken. It's actually quite good. This I got yesterday at the store. I was looking for something. Right now, my stomach is really acidic and I love coffee. I love coffee. Not in the addictive way, even though my husband says I do. I love coffee for the taste. Yeah, I do. And the best one I will tell you later where to get it. And it's nowhere near where I am. But during that time, I'm trying something very simple. Cafe de Vida Mocha Cappuccino. And I did something. BuzzFeed is a company that gives you advice, things you didn't know, things you could do. With one of them, they told you to warm up milk in the microwave. So I wash jars after spaghetti and other stuff because, hey, saves money in storage food. And if I send people home with food, I can give them the jars. And don't have to worry about my Tupperware. And I say and a lot. So please, I will work on that. And BuzzFeed told you to pour milk in a jar without the lid. Don't put the lid on. Put it in the microwave. I put mine in about minute 30 because that's all it needed. Then I put my Cafe de Vida in there. Close it up. Shook it up really good until it was all mixed up. Then, voila. It has a little less froth than it did, but voila. Delicious. Well, yesterday I didn't mention gorgeous 50 degrees. Windows were open all over my house. Yesterday was probably one of the best days I felt. I think I'm allergic to the cold. That's so. I hope my husband's work sees that and be like, oh, we'll move you somewhere else. Not going to happen, probably. But I'm going to see my doctor again tomorrow. This is going away. My sinus infection and other things that were there are going away, which is nice. I had a gland back here that only came out when I had cold sores. Yes, I have cold sores, and they are horrible, and yes, they're terribly annoying. But this gland will swell up. That gives me a hint. Oh, man, a cold sore's coming. But it was there for 2 months, and that was very annoying. So, and it was prednisone that I was trying to say yesterday. Last day was yesterday. Woohoo! Don't have to take the pill anymore. Golly, that one kind of messed me up a little bit. But it's helping me feel better. I'm getting there. And the gland is going down, which is so nice. It was really getting annoying every time I yawned. It hurt. So I'm going back in tomorrow. I'm going to mention that. Because I did get paralyzed in the cold once before in high school. We took a trip to New York for band. Yeah, because we're awesome. And there's and again, we were on the boat because that's when they were giving out the awards and all for the music festival, and we went outside and I didn't have the proper clothing. I was like, oh, I lived in Germany for so many years, I can handle the cold. I was stupid. I got so cold I could not move. And that's kind of the same thing that happened at the emergency room, but whole heck of a lot different, a lot more scary. But I will mention that tomorrow. Hopefully that will clear up something, because he did mention something about shock to my system, and let me tell you, negative 16 degrees is a big shock to your body when you move from Florida. Pretty big shock. Anywho, everybody's on Facebook, I'm sure. Not everybody, but mostly everybody. And there are times where in your life, people either start dating each other, Then there's the times when everybody gets engaged. Then married. And right now I'm in the stage where some of my friends are getting engaged and have gotten married recently, but most of them are having babies. Babies. And my husband and I right now are not planning to have babies, even though I'm having a little like, oh, I want one, but we can't have one yet. But the Lord will provide. But it's just, I'll see a baby and I'll go, baby! And then I look over at my husband and he goes, anytime I mention babies, his eyes go, boop. But, of course, I can understand that kids are a little bit more scary for guys, I think. Just the way I see it, because they have to provide the money. They have to be the head of the household, not just over one person, now 2 or 3 or 4. I guess women have that nurturing tendencies in them, but I might be wrong. Some guys might want kids, and sometimes the woman doesn't want to have kids because she doesn't want to ruin her girlish figure yet. But when the time comes, I'll be happy. I want kids. I love kids. I'm going to be working with kids for the rest of my life, so I must like kids. I didn't know I liked kids, because when I went to church, I wasn't one of those girls who would go to the parents and ask to hold the babies. I was too embarrassed, and I thought I was no good with kids. So I thought I was terrible with kids for so many years. And I swore, God has a sense of humor, I swore I was never going to be a teacher. Love it now. I was missing out. I don't know what clicked. When my dad and his family, and my dad, my mom, my little sister, lived in Charlotte, North Carolina, he was the headmaster at an inner city school for at-risk children, and I went up there for spring break. I was a musical theater major for 2 years, and I was at that point where I wasn't sure where I was going to go with it. And my mom and dad were like, oh, you could go to Branson, Missouri, where it's the musical theater town. And I was like, yeah, that's not really what I want to do for the rest of my life. Or work at Disney World, work here, work there, but I knew that wasn't right for me. I love musical theater, don't get me wrong. I love singing, but that's not something I see myself doing, and I wanted to actually do something to change the world to help. I went to my dad's school, and I helped with attendance, with grading, with watching the kids, with tutoring. Something just clicked. I don't know what it was, but I just went, oh my goodness. I really love this. This is something I could see myself doing for the rest of my life. Well, my dad is paying for my education. I go up to his office and I kind of go with my tail between my legs and go, Dad, I think I want to change my major to, I think I'm in the wrong major. And he looks at me and goes, oh? Dad, I think I want to be an education major. He kind of gives this little grin and goes, oh, so you want a real major now? It's like, oh, thanks, Dad. He said that, but he was willing to pay for my education for musical theater, so he's left it. But I'm grateful that I found my passion in teaching, that I love working with kids and with babies. When I worked at the child care center here, they had 8-week-old to 2-year-olds there in separate rooms, but with the little ones, oh my goodness, they were so cute. And it was I really loved working with them. As I said, God knows what He's doing, and He has a great sense of humor, and I am very grateful for it. Yeah. But if you're watching and you just got married, just found out you're having kids, congratulations from me. I'm very happy for you. I'm always happy when people are getting engaged, getting married, and having babies. It's very exciting. It's good for you for doing life. Cheers to you. Well, I'm going to enjoy my day. Open the windows again, enjoy it before it goes cold again. Yeah. I actually did it in the morning. Woohoo! Back in the morning is still in the morning. Well, I hope you all have a great day. Enjoy the warm weather if you're in where there is warm weather. And I will see you all tomorrow. Cheers!